And we're back.
That's right, folks. The Cavalry coming at you.
Welcome. It's coming at you. Look out.
Yeah.
Duck. Stand your ground. The cavalry is coming at you. Fire.
Fire in the hole. Pull up your pants.
Welcome to the cavalry, everybody. Johnny,
Good to see you, Andrew.
You look great. You look great, and you look very comfortable. You look very cozy. It looks like a cozy sweater.
I was asleep, I want to say 14 minutes ago on my son's bed. I fell asleep tucking him in. He's got a what are those? Not the Alexa, like the kids ones. So I said, Alexa, play Pink Floyd. And we just fell asleep listening
right now.
Pink Floyd.
Who woke up who? And did he like gently nudge you like, okay, Dad, I need to really get I got a big day tomorrow. You got to get in your own bed.
No, it was one of that sleep where like, you've got something. So I'm like, I didn't let myself just completely let go. So I checked the thing and I was like, oh my gosh, 8:54.
Yeah. So Ginger's been sleeping in the big girl bed for this last week and a half.
How's it
getting pretty good at it, We still don't have she's like a 20-year-old single dude stand-up comedian because we still don't have the actual frame that's still like coming. So her mattress is just on the floor.
Nice.
Like a real broke loser, like her dad was for many a year.
Oh, we've all gone through those phases.
No box spring, nothing, just straight up mattress on the floor.
Why do you ever think about that? Like, why is that so?
It's just society. No, it is just like someone, because you don't need a box spring if the bed is on the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the floor is the box spring.
Why do you need why do you need the whole thing, the box spring or the frame? Like, just put the mattress on the floor.
Well, yeah, exactly. If you have a frame though, then you need the box spring. See, it's like one problem invites another problem.
Why? What does the box spring do?
Well, it keeps the mattress from like falling through because the frame isn't like a lot of bed frames aren't lined anymore with like wood slats. These kids' beds are, so you don't need one for a kid's bed. But like, if you just have that metal frame, it's mostly nothing in between.
Right.
The box spring like pops it up.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's some other horseshit reason someone could tell you. But my reason that I just
big box spring, just
big box spring, shoving shit down our throats for the last 60 years. But we were just going to do that. So we were just going to like, well, screw it. We'll just throw our old queen mattress on the floor. That can be her bed. Why can't she just have a big ass
bed for such a little girl?
But why, who cares? Good for her. She will hit the lottery. You get a big queen bed right out of the gate.
But then cool parents.
Someone told us you can get mold underneath the mattress that way. And I was like, well, I would argue and say, well, I had a mattress most of my 20s right on the floor. And then I was like, I can't finish that sentence. There's no proof that there was.
I had a mattress I slept on a mattress and I never checked to see if I had mold.
Right. And it smelled like shit, but I can't be sure that it was mold. There were other things that smelled bad too.
Yeah.
So,
oh man.
But yeah, so lots of times though, since she's moved, Heidi will get called into the room in the middle of the night. But it's like so much better than when she was in a crib, because she can just like lay down on a bed, but then Heidi will fall asleep. So then it's like 2 hours later, she'll come back. I'm like, what happened to you? It's like, I was sleeping on Ginger's bed.
Yeah.
So
there's something very peaceful about falling asleep with your child at tuck-in time.
I wouldn't know. I do podcasts at bedtime.
I do both. I fall asleep and then I get up for the podcast.
No, I do bedtime quite a bit, but I never actually get in the bed because boundaries. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
I fall asleep probably. I have no boundaries. I fall asleep probably half the time I tuck Phoebe in, because it's like we got this on Facebook Marketplace. Someone was selling this like bed. It's a house. It's a house, so it's like a top bunk, but under it is a house. You go in the doorway, it has windows, so it's like a play area underneath, and then so you have to climb up on top, and it's a big pain to get out. So I just pass out up there.
And then when you leave, are they asleep? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Usually, yeah.
yeah. But they're not at the point anymore where they throw like a fit or anything
No,
if you
no,
tried to leave too early or something.
no. Phoebe will just like if she's still up, she'll just whine and be like, "Yeah, I wanted to see pictures of when I was a baby, Dad. Tell Mom to come in here."
Yeah.
Like, dude, you gotta go to sleep. Kids,
Um,
they're
you
the
know how you were
fucking
saying
worst.
too, like, or maybe it was you or somebody else, like, oh, it's great when they're in the crib because they like can't. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because you were like locking your kids in at night or something.
yeah,
You
yeah. I
locked
had
one of
that
them
bit
in.
about Phoebe, or Aaron calling me because she locked herself in Phoebe's room. We turned the doorknob around.
That's right. Okay. So what's kind of funny though is Ginger seems to have because she was in the crib, for the full 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then that whole time never, I think she physically could, but just didn't want to ever climb
And
out, even when
try.
she was mad. She like didn't think she could or something.
Yeah.
So she never climbed out of the crib. And even now, we put her on the bed, and the bed is on the floor. So it's obviously very easy for her to get in and out of. She's kind of got this mental block, I think, about like in the morning, she wants me to pick her up out of bed when it's
Yeah.
like, so like, I don't think when I'm putting her to bed, and even when she's upset and she wants to like leave, I think she
Yeah.
thinks she like can't get out of bed, It's
Even
great.
yeah.
Kind of tricked her.
So how big? So it's not a queen. So what size is
No,
the mattress
it's
on the?
just no, it's just a kid bed, like a single
Oh,
or a
okay. You're just
twin,
waiting for
a
the. That's
twin.
right. You're waiting for the frame. Okay.
And then yeah, we're getting like a kid bed frame where it'll be like a teepee kind of thing, so it will
Oh,
have,
fun.
it'll be, I guarantee it'll come in like a fucking 1,000 pieces.
I
And
had
all,
that when I was older than her, but I had that where it's like a tent that goes on a bed, so you like feel like you're in a fort on your
yeah,
bed.
that's what we
Yeah.
were like the whole time. We were like, oh, we should do something like this to make it fun for her so she won't like freak out. But now we've already pretty much successfully done this transition without the fun thing.
Yeah.
So part of me is like, let's just send
I
it
would.
back.
How would that? I would think that would make them freak out because I was like, as you're saying that, I was like, oh, I should get that for Duncan. But I was like, I
Yeah.
feel like he would freak out. He doesn't want us to close his door, so why would he want to be inside a tent
Kids
where
love
you can't
tents.
see
Kids
anything?
love forts. They love
But
like
by
putting a blanket on their
themselves,
head. I guess. I
yeah,
don't
I
know. We'll see.
guess.
We'll find out.
Yeah, you let me know. If your
Um,
3-year-old
if I
survives, then
put
I'll give it to
if I
my
put
10-year-old.
if I put this thing together, you're goddamn right. She's gonna sleep in it. I don't care how she
uh,
screams.
well,
Uh, but yeah,
today's a snow day in Wisconsin.
that's so funny. It feels like it's hitting the country all at the same time. We're gonna
Hmm.
get snow this weekend, I guess, and then the East Coast is getting slammed. How bad was it?
I shoveled in the morning and then I snow plowed around dinner, and right now I could go snow plow again. Like it just keeps
But
coming.
nothing changes for you, right? Schools are always going to be in session. There's no like,
No, they had off today. And you know what's funny is they canceled. They called school off today, yesterday at like 3.
oh, they called their shot.
They called it early. And this morning I woke up and I was like, I mean, it was a dusting. I was like, there's no, but then during the day it did get awful. So they were like, yeah,
Vindicated.
yeah.
That's crazy to me. I thought that that was only like a West Coast thing where you actually got snow days. I thought like in places like Wisconsin and Chicago and Minnesota, they never canceled school. Like they
Oh,
just always.
yeah, it takes a lot, but I mean, there is a lot. I guess like a blizzard today. Like
Oh, okay.
they canceled trash pickup and all that stuff, and which sucks because we have like a month and a half worth of garbage and recycling just in our garage. But yeah, I was worried they were going to be like, oh, it's virtual, like it's a Zoom day instead because of COVID.
Oh
But
yeah,
they
yeah.
just called it. Thank God.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
I
we got school that like snow days in Nebraska growing up.
really. Yeah, that's so funny.
Oh, there's no better feeling in your entire life than waking up and hearing on the radio that
Oh,
your
it's the
district
best.
got canceled.
It is the best. They should do it. It is. That's going to be like one of the real casualties of global warming. Is just no more snow days.
Yeah.
The I don't know what, I have a gig this Friday and Saturday, but like up here, they would cancel these shows for snow, you know?
Yeah.
So, and Heidi was like, so how does that work? Do they still pay you? And I was like, yeah. Yeah, I think my union contract says I get
Yeah,
paid either way. So
they have the unicorn deliver my paycheck to me.
yeah, and it's
Uh,
dusted with glitter and a
yeah.
handwritten thank you card. I mean like I told her I'm not even sure they'll pay me if I do the gig half the time. You know, this is a bad business. I don't know if you've looked around here, looked at our finance.
I
This
thought
is not. We did not choose a good business.
that is so funny. Oh, you're too optimistic. I'm not sure if I'm going to get paid even if I do it.
Yeah.
Where so how far is your gig? Where is it?
Well, they're both like about an hour away. The one is Hood River, which is east. They're not like super high money gigs, is the good news. But like the one is like where it gets worse, the weather and that road out there is pretty treacherous. It's along the river, you know, so it's windy
Yeah.
and nasty. So I'm kind of almost hoping they can't because I don't even want to mess with it. And then the other one on Saturday is just up north on I-5. So it's like that shouldn't be bad, but you never know.
Well, this is a perfect discussion point because I have a show. It is a big money show. It's a private show. It's in the Ozarks. It's Thursday, and they emailed me today saying, "Hey, just want to let you know we're getting a bit of winter weather here, and just want to let you know we're not canceling this conference. I wanted to see make sure you're still planning on coming."
Oh,
And
great.
that's 8 hours away,
And you're going to drive for
and
sure.
I have to drive. And I mean, I'm just hoping it passes by. Like tomorrow's the terrible day, and then Thursday I can wake up, drive all day. I'll stay there Thursday night and drive home Friday. But uh,
Is there any way that you can fly?
I mean, is that even more secure? You
No,
know?
no. But I mean, it's like less. It's like, yeah, you're probably right. Like then you're just stressed out the whole time they're going to cancel the flight. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Stuck halfway.
you
I don't
got
know.
like you're not going to take the Prius, right? You'll take like the heavy
The
car,
the minivan.
the minivan. Oh
I mean,
yeah.
maybe I will. Yeah, if it's like awful, maybe I will take the minivan. Either that or I'll throw, 9 of those sandbags in the back of the Prius.
I forgot about the sandbag trick. I should load up the Prius for when I drive to these gigs. I forgot about that. I have chain. You ever put chains on?
No, yeah, we talked about. I've never even in Nebraska. Like that's just never been a thing here, or in
Yeah.
there. Yeah, I've never done that.
I think it's like a thing where you just want to know they're in the car. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna put them on till I'm like actually down the side of a mountain and I
right.
need to like try and get.
Upside down.
Yeah. Then I'll put them on. Yeah, it's more convenient when you're upside down. Like, look, they're at
Yeah,
eye level. This is easy. Now I just
yeah,
need to flip this car over, but yeah, I just like knowing that they're there. And theoretically they could go on the car. I don't know who
yeah.
would put them on there, but
Uh, yeah, that's the worst when you're on a long drive. It's coming down. You're just seeing car after car off the side of the fucking
yeah,
highway, and you're just like, statistically, I am due to be one of those
right,
guys.
right. And you want to believe you have control over it.
Right,
Deep
right.
down, my ego tells me I
Yeah.
just know how to drive in the snow.
Yeah, you're like
And it
that moron.
feels dumb.
Why did he drive off the road? I would never drive off the road.
What do you think that was a shortcut?
Oh God. Uh,
Yeah. And then that's the thing about chains too. It's like my real fear isn't getting stuck in snow. I mean, that's a bummer, but the bigger fear is that you'll put the chains on and then the road will be like clean and bare.
yeah.
And then you'll be the asshole like sparks flying from behind your car.
Right.
You're like, sorry guys,
Going
they
50
said it.
miles an hour.
They said it was gonna be snowing.
And I don't know how to take these off.
I don't want to take them off, put them on. They're staying on until I get to the parking lot.
That's what they'll have in Cars of the Future. They'll have a button inside that just
Oh,
like the chains just pop out and wrap around.
I might be making this up, but wasn't there a car or like a feature where there were like how there's studded snow tires?
Nope. What does that mean?
Well, they're just tires that you put on your car in the winter, and then
Yeah,
they
like
have
winter
like
tires.
winter tires. Okay, but they have like little tiny studs coming out of them
Oh,
that are barely out, but they give you more
sure.
grip.
Yeah.
I thought there was a thing where like you could push a button and those would like retract. Probably not. Am I making that up? But that would be
I,
cool.
that would be very cool. I don't want to laugh at you because I've never heard of that. That sounds ridiculous, but I don't
Why
know.
is that ridiculous? Of all the things that we have, look what we're doing right now. We're talking into a computer, recording, looking at each other.
Right.
Explain to me how that works. At least I can tell you how.
I can't explain. I don't know how it works. I don't know how airplanes fucking work, but I mean, it's so commonplace.
Well, neither does Boeing apparently. But
whoa, topical.
no, it's not, because this is gonna be like freaking 3 weeks old by the time it comes out.
Oh, that's true. You know what's funny is Aaron was watching the news to just the weather, and they had that story of the airplane door flying off, and Duncan was with her, and we're going to Disney in, I don't know, 3 weeks or something, and he is freaking out about the plane ride. He's like, I get so nauseous. Dad, I get sick on planes, and he's like kind of worried about the flight, and I'm like, Aaron, you need to change the fucking channel, because if he sees a story about the fucking door flying off the plane,
yeah, he won't be nauseous anymore. It can. All right. I shouldn't have. I was trying not to bring this up, but that's going to be my topic. Should I just do my topic?
Let's
quick?
do it. We're going to change up the order.
Okay. So here's what I need backup on. Well, first of all, people know this story, right? The door blows off.
I literally saw the headline, so I don't know the story. I just saw the headline.
Okay. Well, did you see the picture?
No.
Okay, so it's not a window. It's the size of a door, like an emergency exit door.
Yeah, that's what it was. The door. It was the door, right? That blew
well,
off.
It wasn't the emergency exit door. It was like, I don't know. Maybe it's like somehow it wasn't supposed to come off. It came off.
It wasn't supposed to. Okay.
Yeah, and all that happened, like when you understood planes from an early age, at some point didn't someone explain to you like, even if there's a pinprick in the wall, but your body would get sucked through that. Like when you watch movies, once it gets opened up, I mean, people are flying out of that thing, like every corner. You know what
like
really
Air
happened?
Force One.
Yeah, exactly. You know what really happened? One kid's shirt got lost.
That's
it. That's it. And you're telling me everybody was wearing their seatbelt? No.
Oh yeah.
No way. So I think we've been exaggerated. No, this is two things.
But that was the door. But there was another story, I don't know how long ago it was, of I don't know, the same thing happening or something, but like you see footage from in the plane, and the people that are like stuck like their seats are next to the exit door.
Yeah.
They're just like, they have a 2-hour flight. The plane just kept going.
Yeah.
And they're just like fucking being rocked for 2 hours.
Yeah. Okay. Now here's my take. Now, first of all, I think they've exaggerated how much that air suction thing really works. Because clearly, if it was like they said, tragically, a lot of people would have gotten sucked out of that plane.
Yes.
But and I don't know if this is just because I fly too much or how annoyed I get when your plane gets canceled. But I want to go on record. If that happens on my flight, but then it's like it's happened, everybody's still on the plane. We can't change it. We can't put the door back on. And then they announce we're going to make an emergency. No, just go get me to my final destination. We're fine. I'll sit in the seat next to it. I don't care. I don't want to now have to get on another plane and go back to the airport we started at. What's the difference? Yeah. We're flying anyway. Clearly, we're fine. I mean, we're not fine, but we have to go somewhere. Why not just go to the place we were scheduled to go to?
I love it. That's great. I
right?
agree.
Wouldn't you be logical. More annoyed?
Totally logical.
Thank you. Wouldn't you be more annoyed if like they were like, look, we get it, guys. That was freaky. The door
Yeah.
that was not supposed to happen. But just who would like now it's gonna be like another hour to go back to Portland or another hour and a half just to get to where we were going. I think they were going to like Orange County. What would you guys rather do? You want to just get to where we're going? I think
They,
everyone's like, kind of, yeah.
they
Let's
should have
ride
a
it out.
stewardess. They have the stewardess come out. All right, guys, we're gonna vote if you want, and then she gets sucked out the hole while she's.
Well, yeah, leave your seatbelts on.
Yeah.
But that's my take. That was the first thing I thought
Oh
of when
yeah.
I saw that story. I was like, God damn, I'd be so mad. I was like, because there's so many things where you're like, I gotta make the flight, we gotta hope it doesn't get delayed, and then I have a connection and all this stuff. And then just like that happened, you're in the air. Once you're in the air on time, you've really
Yeah.
kind of that's when I've let go. I go, okay,
Yep.
we're gonna make it.
Yep.
So when you have to turn around anything midair, turning around, like if someone has a heart attack,
Oh, don't
or
get me started.
or or there's a terrorist or something, I'm like, just get me to my final destination. We'll worry
Yeah.
about it there.
Have you ever had anything happen in the air where they have to?
No,
Oh,
no.
yeah,
I
me
did
either.
have. I was on a plane once and they needed a doctor, but then they didn't give any update. A doctor got up, somebody claiming to be a doctor, and then they went away, and then that was it.
That's not cool. You got a whole plane full of people that are like, well, how did it
I know.
end?
That should be my. That's another topic. How about this? If you ask for a doctor on the plane, you should be like FAA requirements, legally required to update the plane on the status of what happened. Did he die? Is he going to the hospital? You know what happened. You should have to tell
Yeah.
us.
Oh, I
Satisfy our
totally agree.
curiosity.
Totally agree.
All right. So there's a bunch of topics wrapped into one, but
That was nice.
the pictures are crazy. You should look. And you know the other crazy thing? I did not see video of it. I don't know if there is video of it,
Yeah.
but there's a picture.
Was this
And
today or when was it?
oh, it happened a few weeks ago
Okay.
or a week ago. Week ago?
So a really long time ago
Yeah.
from when this
Very
aired.
dated. This is how I do topical material. And then I really let the story get digested. Then
Can I interrupt for a second?
yeah, my hair
Do
is
not
crazy.
lose your train of thought. How am I the one that just woke up? But your hair
I took a
is like
shower.
fucking half Ace Ventura.
I put like product in here. I don't know what I need a haircut so bad. I can't get it to lay over. There we go.
I didn't notice it until you were doing this, and
I
it was
know.
like, yump.
By trying to fix it, I ruined it. Okay, but look at that, looking sharp now.
Looks good. Oh my god,
Thank
I
you,
would
brother.
sleep with you.
Thank you.
All right, what were you saying?
I don't know. Whatever.
It was about the plane.
Yeah.
So they had to stop? So they did stop?
Yeah, they turned around and went back to Portland because it happened out. I think that's why I knew about it so much. Oh, so I haven't seen video. I don't know if there is video, but I saw a picture, and the thing that'll hit you when you look at the picture is how freaking calm everybody is. Everybody's just sitting there, looking straight ahead, looking at their phones, like nothing's. It looks
They're
like
on
any
their
flight.
phone.
And I think that's when it hit me. I was like, just go, just get us
Yeah.
there. We're already up here. It seems to fly.
I wonder if like they're burning gas way faster.
Oh yeah, that's probably it. They're cheap. You know how
Yeah.
because remember that I don't know if that's probably true, but they're like you get worse fuel economy with your windows down.
Yeah, than if you're blasting your air.
Yeah. So there you go. That's probably it.
Yeah.
One guy just wanted to roll his window down on the plane, and then it caused a whole problem. And then the big thing was they had to find the piece that blew off the door, because they wanted to do the investigation. And then it landed in this guy's backyard here in Portland.
They had to find the piece that fell out of the sky, and they found it.
Yeah, they set up a tip line. They're like, if anybody's seen anything, report it, because it's part of it's very like key to their whole to figure out.
How big is this piece?
Big, like the hole is like 8 foot.
Oh,
by
like so
4
you're talking
feet.
about the door. I thought you meant like a screw that popped off.
No. Those bolts were long gone.
Okay.
They didn't even get put in, apparently. And so this guy found it, and then he's going. They're like teacher Bob. Like they wouldn't say his full name. I was like, all right, teacher Bob, you didn't win the lottery. What do you think your family's gonna come
Right.
out of the woodwork and ask you for money now that they found that? Like, how
Yeah.
suspicious is this dude? Won't give his name. I think we should open an investigation into teacher Bob.
Do you think you could, like, if let's say that lands in your backyard, do you think you could like milk it somehow and be like, all right, yeah, I got it, but finders keepers, how
Yeah,
much you want for it? It's in my
right.
fucking
Yes.
yard.
Like it's like when a little like a when a guy at a baseball game catches Cal Ripken Jr.'s 3,000th hit or
Yeah.
and then there's always a negotiation. They go up to because he's got the ball, right? So he doesn't just give it to him. They go,
But
and we'll
who's
get
he?
whatever dumb idiot fan
Like
happened to
he
catch
catches
it.
it in the
Yeah, he
stands.
catches the home run, and it's like a special milestone home run. It's like Barry Bonds'
Oh,
700th
I
home run or
see.
whatever.
So
And
who wants
so,
it? Like the baseball association?
well, the player usually Barry Bonds or whoever
Oh,
hit it, and
really?
then
He gives a shit?
yeah, they get all baseball players want everything. So
Wow.
there's always some negotiation. They're like, okay, we'll give you season tickets plus my batting gloves and I'll autograph this picture and you can come to a game and meet my kids. I mean, there's always some crazy little thing that and then they try and hold out for more and
Oh
the
my
good
God.
fans just give it up, but then the real dirtbags really hold out.
You mean the morons just give it up?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, the sentimental morons are like, nah, he's my favorite player. I just want him to be happy.
oh, I'm going to start going with an extra baseball in my pocket. And then you catch it. And then you're like, all right, yeah, here, give me season tickets. And then you give them the fucking fake one and you get both.
But then how would you prove that you had the real one day?
You just know
But the whole point is if you're
that
one of
it's
these
worth money.
that you want to sell it. Yeah. I guess
Well,
you could like
you sell it.
you could videotape yourself doing the whole maneuver so you could prove that
Yeah.
it's the actual ball.
So
Yeah.
then you're selling it twice.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, good. I like that.
Yeah.
See, I love it. That's good stuff. Oh, I just lost audio. We've got no Andrew here. Okay. All right. So here while you're figuring that out, since you had multiple topics, I will have multiple topics. I don't know if this is multiple topics or zero topics because these are like discussion topics and things I may need backup on. Okay.
Check.
There we go. Now you're back. Now
I'm
you're
back. Okay.
You're back. Okay.
Fuck. All right. Sorry for that.
So
I was listening. You're getting a sex change. All right.
yes.
Okay.
So okay. First topic. If this is even a topic. See, I don't even know if this is a discussion topic or how this could be my topic. But I'll say
We'll
so
let the courts
women,
decide.
Yeah, we'll let the courts decide. So when women go to the bathroom and they go pee pee, they wipe. Okay. Okay. Are we all on the same page?
Yes.
Now, sometimes,
Which is something I did not learn. Like, I don't know if it's like till I got married. I'm gonna say
oh yeah, same here.
Heidi for sure. Like that's how serious a relationship it took for me to actually notice women wiped after.
Is this practically is Heidi a flush every time, no matter what? Because
yeah, that's a sticky subject. Pardon the pun, but because her dad is a militant, not non-flusher.
so
Like
she's a flusher.
no, so she is a flusher.
Oh,
But
okay.
it gets us in trouble when we go over to my father-in-law's house
Oh,
because
okay.
he'll get like
He'll get
actually
mad. He'll like go in there and be like, "Hey, there's no piss in here.
yeah, start
What's
sniffing
going
the bowl.
on?"
Why does it smell so clean?
So, I yeah, I can hear Erin walking around. There's no way she'll hear this on the when it comes out.
Right,
The
but
only
she
way she'll
could
hear it
hear
is
it.
if she hears it literally
Right.
now.
All right. Use code words.
So it'll if she goes pee 3 times, there's just a ton of toilet paper in the toilet. You know what I mean?
Right. Because you guys don't
And
flush.
she doesn't flush. I always flush. I don't need piss in my toilet. Plus, and
But that's not why she's
you
not
know what?
flushing.
No, that's
She's not like I just can't sleep if I don't have a good amount of piss in my toilet. She's trying to save the environment or
yeah,
something.
she's trying to save the environment. But that's the thing is like I have been, she's brushed her teeth and I pee in the morning, and then I walk away. So I'm like, I'm too lazy or whatever. And she's like, oh, gross, because my pee is grosser and darker. And she has a little clear girl pee. Anyway,
No, it is
uh,
not. Wait. It's not a girl boy thing.
I
You
know,
have
I know.
unhealthy Dr. Pepper pee. She drinks water pee. Those are the difference. It's
Okay,
not a gendered.
sure.
Okay.
So I just think, and I'm gonna get to why, but you gotta just flush, especially after so many, because you just got this island of toilet paper. And if you take a shit on top of that, it's, you know, it'll smell pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Now this is my observation. I was like, oh my God, this just smells fucking awful. And then I realized, oh, that's because my poop is not under the water.
Water. Yeah.
So that's a topic, right?
Well, yeah, like just flush every time. What are we
Yeah, just,
like? That is a good question. Like, what are we saving by not flushing? How much
yeah,
water are we talking? You know?
yeah. And is it really worth it? Like, how many
Yeah.
generations
Is there
down?
some yeah, is there something else I could do to make up for that? Like some
Yeah.
way I could save water in society to allow myself to get to flush every time. I bet there is, you
How
know.
about what about maybe not running the shower for 20 minutes before you actually get in because you're waiting for the water to heat up?
Oh, this sounds personal.
Well, that's actually me that does that.
Oh yeah, you. Yeah. That's great.
Oh, but
Do that.
here's what she'll do to throw her under the bus. If when she's going to use the bidet, she will just run the sink water and let the hot water turn hot because cold water on a bidet. I mean, I think they all
Uh,
are, but like we have a temperature one, but it only is warm if you've let the water run for a while.
oh, I
So she'll
see.
warm it up before she bidets her butt.
Oh yeah, wait, what's going on with the bidet? Why is there toilet paper being used at all?
I don't know. Maybe she's wiping when she pees, but not
Can't you
when
just
I don't know.
bidet it? Bidet the pee? That seems perfect
I
bidet
guess, yeah.
potential.
You know what? Tune in next week, folks, for episode 195, and I'll have an answer for you.
You're gonna ask.
I'm gonna ask.
I thought this whole thing was gonna be like just girls shouldn't wipe when they pee.
Hey, that's not. I'm not the one. That's not my department.
No, we're not gonna weigh in on that. I wipe when I pee.
Hmm. You wipe your butt after
I
you pee?
wipe my butt. I wipe my ass. Just because you're like, well, you might as well go. Oh boy, glad I did that. Okay,
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What is this? Grease? All right.
wait, I had another question about this. I don't know.
About toilet paper and
Oh,
poop.
but so you don't flush as you go. See, here's what would be my advice is to flush as you go when you take a dump.
Oh, that's right. You've
My
talked about that.
my dumps exist in the world for like a
Right.
nanosecond.
I
I'm
should
like
have.
really
Yeah.
good at it now. As long as you got a good regular thing going on and you got a good movement, it's not like something that's gonna take
Yeah.
time. You're
A
not
lot of
sure if it's
work.
done or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you got one of those, flush right away. Boom, it's all gone. Then you just give yourself like a second or two, regroup, wipe, and then you're out of there. And then you give one. But
And then you
then
flush again.
that's
And
a
then you
double
flush again.
flush. That's a
That's
double
a
flush
double flush.
situation. Then you're in trouble. See, the whole
Yeah.
point is to avoid flushes. And now I see what you're saying,
And you're doubling up.
and I'm doubling up.
But it really doesn't take long for it to be really smelly if it lands on a pile of
Right, yeah.
toilet paper.
Mhm.
I mean, you might as well just shit on the floor. That's what it's going to smell like.
Well, That'd be pretty environmentally. You know, in
No,
in
that would be
in
bad.
China, someone was telling me somebody went to China. Oh, it might have been Heidi's father-in-law or my father-in-law and his wife, but or maybe it was my parents. I don't know. Somebody told me this. They were in China, and the kids don't wear diapers in China. Did you know
When
that?
they're babies,
Yeah,
what
and
do they do?
they train them. They go tss, tss, like that, and then they'll just go on the floor.
They do what? They go tss, tss.
The parent, like a dog or something, has them trained where they tap them, the kid, they go tss, tss, and then they just go. They go right there on the floor, like if they're outside or whatever.
Oh, outside,
Yeah,
like in the yard.
yeah. I'm pretty sure they don't do it in their own house, or at least they have. Maybe they have.
Well,
Maybe they have like an
that's what it sounded
area,
like
like a
from the
bath.
story.
Maybe they put them in the bathtub or over the toilet. But that's how they like they potty train them like that way. But then when they're out and about, they just fucking go on the floor, on the ground.
But I feel like that would still, because these kids are wearing clothes. Like you go tss, tss, and the kid pulls down his pants and takes a shit on the ground.
I don't know about shits. I don't know. Maybe they don't do.
Oh, you were talking about
Poops.
pee?
Yeah, I think so. Now I gotta look. Now you're making
Well,
your reaction because it's not my firsthand experience, and your crazed reaction is taking all the wind out of my sails. I do not
this is
now. I'm leaking confidence so quickly here, but I'm
my
almost
reaction is
positive.
surprising to you that in
Well, yeah,
China.
no, it is like a shocking thing because you're like China's like this big developed country, but they probably think it's weird that we make kids wear diapers and then walk around with piss in their pants a lot of the day.
Yeah, that's true. Would you ever would you ever, you hear all those stories about people wearing diapers to Taylor Swift concerts because they don't want to lose their spot? Is there any event that you can think of where you would wear Depends just so you wouldn't have to leave?
No, no, because there's a better product available.
What's
You
that, the
ever heard
Stadium Buddy?
Stadium Pal?
Yeah. Is it okay?
That's better than I think that's better than a diaper. That's just like you wear a thing on your dick and then it goes right into like a pouch,
Yeah, it goes
like
into
a catheter.
yeah. Huh. And that's
Don't
a
you
real
think? Would you rather do that or a diaper? I'd rather do that.
Oh yeah, I'd rather do that. I guess I'd have to do a little more research on this Stadium Buddy or whatever it's
I
called.
don't think I could have fun pissing my pants and just going
Being
like,
in it.
yeah, and being in it. The only thing that scares me about the Stadium Pal, and maybe it's a hard plastic container,
Yeah.
but like the idea of it being like an IV pouch and then I could feel the warmth of it up against my body also grosses me out.
Yeah.
But if it's
You ever do we talk about this? You ever pee in Gatorade bottles when you're
yeah, like once
on the
on a
road?
drive, yeah, like
Yeah.
one time, and it didn't go well. Because it's like you said, I think we had the same problem once, maybe, but you don't realize how much you piss sometimes. Like you
Yeah.
think there's no way I can fill this up, and then once you start to fill it up, you're,
You're just like, oh God.
you're like fucked.
Yeah.
It's hard to turn the faucet off.
You gotta do the big Gatorade bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are always fun to throw out at gas stations when you get out of the car and you walk to the garbage can with a grape Gatorade full of yellow piss.
Have you ever seen that movie with Jeff Bridges where he's a country singer?
No, I know what you're talking about, but no, I've never seen it. Lionheart or something like that.
Yeah, Crazy Heart.
Crazy Heart.
Oh, you got to see it. It's so good because it's so analogous with stand-up comedy.
Oh,
Like
really?
it opens with him in a rusty truck driving to a bowling alley gig, and
Yeah.
he's got like just like you said, like three Gatorade bottles or whatever beer bottles full of piss
Yeah.
that he gets out and throws away. I mean, that's how it opens. And then it's this whole thing about how, it's less people than they expected, but here's your hotel and it's a shitty room. And,
Oh,
it's
very
just road
relatable.
is real, like crappy road life right off the start. And
Yeah.
it's great. It's like so relatable.
Ah, all right. I gotta add that
You
to my
got to
checklist.
watch it. You got to see it. Marissa Tomei is in it, I think.
Okay.
Very good. Yeah.
All right, good.
That's the movie recommendation. It won like an Oscar or something, or he won an Oscar for it, or pretty sure.
All right, I'll give you a recommendation. I recently rewatched RoboCop. You seen it?
Well, what's that about?
That movie's so great. Have you seen it lately?
I don't think, and you're gonna don't keep that
Oh boy.
cardigan on, but I don't think I've ever seen RoboCop. Like
You
actually,
gotta see it.
I've seen like part clips on TV, like parts of it on TV, but I've never actually sat down and watched RoboCop from beginning to end.
It's a fun movie.
What is the like impetus? Like what makes them are they is he like a volunteer or is he dying and then they're
No,
like
it's a cop. It's a cop. Like it's Detroit, and it's all this political. I mean, it's kind of it's like a sort of comedy. The world they're in, this dystopian Detroit, where this cop, he's new to the district or whatever, and he just immediately dies. Fucking one of those, just a horrible death. Just gets blasted. I mean, it's extremely violent. Hand gets blown off by a shotgun, and then a whole team of people just shoot him, kill him, and then they shoot him in the head, and he's dead. But then they are using this new technology to make this super cop, and they use his body, but they don't think the person, the guy is dead. They're just using his body and kind of as part of this robot, and he's just this super cop that they slowly, he's the
oh
guy he
so
was
his
slowly.
brain is still like there's still some part of him that
Well,
remains.
spoiler alert, I mean,
Okay.
they made three of them, but or they made more than that, I think. But anyway, but yeah, so it's just fun. It's the what's his name, Kurtwood Smith, the dad from that '70s show, is the main bad guy.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
I don't know if I talked about this. Did I talk about this last week or some point it hit me? I love old actors.
yeah,
Did
yeah,
we talk about that?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
But I brought it up again to Heidi because she's like, we were watching this movie last night. It's called Saltburn,
Hmm.
and it's like kind of crazy, weird, but very interesting. But it there was like she's like, oh, I love. There's this actor in this I love, and of course he was the one old guy, and he's by far like steals the movie. He's like super funny,
Yeah.
very and I'd never heard of him or didn't know him, but I'm like, yeah, this guy's great because he's old.
Yeah,
Old
you like
actors,
your old
always the
guys.
always the best in every movie. Put more old people in your movie. You can't go wrong. Like when they do those movies when it's like remember those were very popular for a while, but Old Dogs or Wild the astronauts one where they're like Clint
Oh
Eastwood,
yeah,
Tommy Lee Jones, and the old astronauts are going.
yeah.
Tired of these young astronauts fucking everything up there. We got to show them how it's done, You can't go
Did you
wrong
like
with
Grumpy Old
those.
Men? What about Grumpy Old
Grumpy
Men?
Old Men, classic.
Yeah, it's a great one.
More examples I can't think of right now.
Well, there you go, folks. The movie recommendations on the Cavalry. You got your Crazy Heart. You got your RoboCop.
The
Grumpy
astronaut
Old
one,
Men.
just
Yeah,
Google
the
that. The astronaut one's great. I don't even know if I finished it, but I'm sure it's great. So yeah, James Garner is in that. I can give you
James
the
Gunn.
cast.
I don't even know who that is.
Yes, you do.
Okay. All right, you caught me. I was lying. I know who James Garner is.
All right. Well, we should wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, for
Oh, wait, we
listening.
have to add a scene. We
Oh
gotta add a
God,
scene
yeah.
real quick.
Speaking of movies,
And then we're writing a
okay.
movie if you're new this week.
Rudolph
Rudolph
Avenue,
Street. Is that what it
Rudolph
is?
Street.
That
We
doesn't
can
sound familiar.
work. We should studio test the name.
Yeah, you don't come up with the name until you're done anyway.
Street, Avenue, Lane,
All right.
Parkway, Rudolph Circle, Rudolph
Boulevard, Rudolph Boulevard.
Boulevard.
There we go. All right, so we got the guy establishes shot. The guy dies at the beginning, loses his house,
Right.
and then we introduce the curmudgeon guy. He's
Who's
gonna,
going to
bills over.
Right. And he gets fired from his job, which is to go. He's like a hedge fund type guy that finds cutesy Hallmark type bookstores in distress, and then they buy all the assets and sell and close the place and turns them into auto parts stores or whatever.
Yeah.
So then now we've got to show, I think, like, okay, now we've got to, like, maybe we go back to Rudolph. Well, what were you thinking? I feel like I hijack it sometimes.
I feel like, wasn't there a part where like we shot down my idea of he gets a letter that says you won the house or you have a house because your brother died?
Yeah. No, I think we've got to slow walk that a little bit more.
That's right. You just said that's later in the movie. That's later.
Well, and also you suggested that he had learned his brother died through the mail.
Yeah. Well, he's not the type that's very close.
Yeah. Well, that's true. If it's not a close relative,
he's a criminal.
Maybe he would get that. And
I don't know.
Maybe an email. I don't know.
All right, but what were you saying? You were saying that we need to show what?
Well, maybe we go back to show like
the street.
Rudolph.
Yeah, Rudolph
Boulevard. And we establish some of the like intense politics of the street.
Yeah, like the homeowners association. They're having
a meeting. They're talking about what's going to happen to the house.
Yeah,
they've kind of quickly you could do a funny scene about, oh yes, it's very sad, and then they have to, every time they bring it up, they have to say quickly how sad it is. But then they get on to the meat and potatoes, like who's going to get the house, what are they going to do with it, is going to be on the market, how do we control who ends up with it. And
they talk about how good the guy that died was and how he like always,
and who gets his stuff,
the best decorations.
Who gets his decorations? Does he have that? Is that already laid out? Should those go up for auction?
It goes with the house. Yeah.
He had no family. We don't know. He never had anybody over. We didn't know any. Who knew him better than us? They like talk themselves up into the idea that they should actually get, I spent a lot of time with them and help them.
So they're all talking about which of them is going to get it, and then later in future scenes they'll get blindsided with this.
Right. It's like, I think I could get the blood out of that star. I mean,
Right. Beautiful. All right. Good.
Beautiful.
Good.
Great.
All right. You got anything you got to plug?
No, just those shows that I probably plugged last week, but why not? I'll do it again. Why don't you guys come and see me in February? Not till February. Do you have to worry about these? At the dog. Where are these shows that I wanted to tell people? Divine Distillers on February 8th, and then Silverfall Brewing the night before on February 7th. Those are kind of in the Pacific Northwest around Portland. So check those out.
All right. I will be at Rockford, Illinois on Friday the 26th with my good buddy Andy Hendrickson, former guest.
Just saw him. He came through Portland. He gave me a ride to my rental car.
Nice. And then Thrasher Opera House in Green Lake, Wisconsin, which is, I think, the deepest lake in Wisconsin, on the 27th, Saturday the 27th.
Does it freeze over?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Also, on February 7th, I want to plug Heidi needs to cancel her free trial of Clear. That's also in my calendar.
Oh,
a free trial of Clear, and if we don't cancel it that date, we're going to get dibs. All right. That's it.
That's it, folks.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to
The Cavalry.